All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more Ramen League action tonight. It is your Portland journey facing off against the Los Angeles Griffins. Portland winning off stream today, 3-0 against the Dallas Vanguard. It was Knitt, Deluxe, and Wovah and the sweep, and they'll be playing again tonight. They are your third seed, sitting at a comfortable 3-1, and the Griffins at that 2-2 in the hunt, sitting in the ninth seed. Alongside me tonight, I have Sully for game number one. How you doing, Sully?
Hello, I'm doing pretty good. I'm ready for some Ramen Bowl action. I'm ready to see the Portland guys play, and this is my first time casting ramen this season, so we'll see how that goes. It'll be interesting for sure.
Absolutely. And we have a great lineup. Like I said, we have Knitt, Deluxe, and Wovah. No Captain Ness tonight, but he's put together a strong team here, and I think we're pretty excited to see what Knitt can accomplish with these top dogs ahead of him.
Yeah, I know coming from out of RSC, literally this past week, Knitt just came off of an MVP showing. He actually won the Master League over there with the Inferno squad. I'm actually on that roster, believe it or not. But yeah, he carried that team. He played his butt off, and he said I remember talking to him earlier. He said it's pretty funny playing ramen now because it's like he went from being on the high end of the spectrum to the low end. So it's definitely a big change going from those playing with 1700s to basically 2000 MMR players.
Yeah, it's definitely a big change for sure. When you think about it, everyone who's sitting around that GC rank in the 1600s, the jump from that up to 2K is quite large. It is definitely a step in the right direction, though. And Knitt seems like he's capable of handling the pressure. He definitely deserves to be at his rank, and I think he's a little underrated for what his salary commands.
Yeah, no,
But
he's definitely a little under. What?
yeah. Yeah, absolutely. No. I want to talk a little bit about this Griffins team, though. Sitting at 2-2, we got Fat Folly, Goff, Foam, and BubblyReaper. Captain of the team looks like is Goff. What are you expecting out of the Griffins tonight, and do you think Portland can handle them?
Honestly, I don't really know much about lag. I've the only player I think I remotely know is Goff. I've heard of him briefly, but honestly, based on what I've seen from the Portland team so far this season, I expect Portland to play pretty well and to honestly take it home. I'd like to see a good showing from lag, obviously, but of course we're going to be a little bit biased here on the Portland stream. Like we can't help it, you know.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like everyone is getting into the lobby now. We are just about ready to go. It's going to be, as always, a best of five Portland journey taking on the Los Angeles Griffins. And what I'm looking for from this lineup is to carry on the success they had off stream. They're coming off a big game against Dallas, winning it 3-0, not dropping a single match. And apparently they had a really good start to that one too, winning the first game 10-0. So this roster, having put in that really good first match, looking to continue with their positive streak here and hopefully maybe make it another 3-0.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Definitely excited to watch. I watched the replay of that 10-0 victory. I was watching that with Knitt earlier. It was definitely a cruel showing, I will say, for the Dallas Vanguard. I felt a little bad for them. But yeah, these boys played their hearts out. I'm really excited to see them play again against this lag team, who I think, obviously, like you said, I think are 2-2. Was that?
Yes, sitting at 2-2 in the ninth seed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so there we go. It looks like we're getting started. All right, coming off the kickoff, we have Wovah and Goff coming right off the bat. It goes into the Portland corner, and right off the bat, what's a big thing to look out for ramen players, Boston? What do you tend to look for in the first 10, 30 seconds,
I think like any league, even though we're, a few matches into the season so far, getting those nerves out, especially early on. I don't know that Portland's going to have those nerves just because they're coming off that game off of stream. On stream, you may think that, it's a little bit of a different mentality, but I think that they were playing so well before that they're pretty confident going into this one. As for the Griffins, I think they got to come out really strong, really fast, and it looks like they've kept some pressure up here in the Portland end to start.
Yeah, right off the bat, we got some good little backwards pass coming from Deluxe. Knitt taking his time, going to try to do a little flick. Goes off the backboard. Goff can't read it. And Wovah great touch and great finish right after a great Knitt little composure.
Yeah, Knitt slowing the pace down a little bit there. No one challenges him. He takes his time, gets that flick over, and it's just an easy tap in for Wovah afterwards. And Portland continuing strong here in this one.
Yeah, something that I definitely noticed playing up, because I actually was given the opportunity to play in Ramen last week, was they definitely take their time a lot more. You see a lot of people booming the clears downfield and in the lower leagues in comparison.
Oh, no.
And right off the bat, we get a unfortunate bump by the Portland players and wide open net for lag.
Bubbly taps it down. Wovah and Deluxe both going for it. Get kind of both miss, and then it doesn't matter. Wovah knocks Deluxe out of the way, and that's just a free net. Luckily, they had the 1-goal lead, so it's only tied, but they got to clean up those mistakes moving forward.
Yeah. We got Knitt, clean beat on the kickoff, and Deluxe going up, hitting it left to Wovah. Wovah with the with the hit.
Double? Ah.
Not quite. Oh, and Goff's a little awkward. Hits it into the corner, and a good demo from lag.
Oh, Bubbly deflecting it. Sub to my OnlyFans. Going up for that hit. Goff is gonna slam home a dunk over the Portland defender. Wovah looking to challenge, and the counter coming out from Portland. A chance here. 2v2. Ooh. Knitt flicks it by. Goff with the clear.
A lot of demos so far, I've noticed. How much has that really changed the game in the recent years, Boston? I know you're a legend in the game, as some would say. You've been around for a while.
Well, as long as I've been around, there have been so many different metas, and right now it is that demo meta. And as we're talking, we see a fantastic shot coming out from Wovah. They tried to clear it. It was initially a good save, but Wovah, really good control in the air. That's an easy double tap, and somehow he fits it into that top corner off of sub. And that was just a crazy shot.
Yeah.
Wow, 2-1 lead for Portland. But yeah, anyways, the demo meta, it is definitely relevant now more than it's ever been, and you'll see it at any stage of Rocket League, RLCS, CRL. It's just everywhere right now, especially in competitive. And if you're able to play that aggressive style, it'll probably pay off for you in this day and age.
As we say that, we just had a couple opportunities coming off of lags, good saves, and of course another demo. Oh, Wovah goes up for the hit, goes into the lag end, and Goff gets a nice little touch under Wovah. Deluxe 50 subbed to my OnlyFans on the wall. That's going to be a name and a half to say the rest of this series.
Yeah, I think I'll just call him sub for now. Goff keeping it in the Portland, looking for a pass middle. There's no one there. Wovah over to Knitt. Instead, he takes it himself. Looking for someone middle, maybe. Knitt trying to get the read. He doesn't. Deluxe with a chance to shoot on net. He does, but sub with another great save. 3 already for him in this one.
Yeah, and Wovah taking his time right here, taking it up, trying to hit the backboard. Maybe another double, and it goes mid. Can someone get it? Knitt can. Wide open net.
Great pass.
Wow. From Wovah. Wovah just loving that backboard right now. Well, I guess a little bit of backboard right there.
He takes it to the bottom of the wall, lets it roll up, gets that slight pinch so that it doesn't go crazy far, but it's actually a touch ahead of him so that he can hit it down. A great finish, and good job by his teammate being there to secure that one. A 2-goal lead here for Portland.
We see Wovah coming up again, trying to get the flip reset. He can't, but Goff luckily there for lag to get the save. And Knitt taking his time, trying to find the pass mid to Deluxe. Deluxe with the open net, and he almost gets it. Whew, these last-minute saves from lag right now are really keeping them somewhat in the game.
Yeah, I'm not liking what I'm seeing from lag right now. Portland with a lot of sustained pressure. This lineup, like I mentioned, they are warmed up. They are ready to go, and they are feeling themselves right now, and it's not looking good for Los Angeles.
No, not yet. Oh, and Deluxe kind of sends it downfield for Goff for a good takeoff, but Wovah just there to challenge anything that lag has going in the midfield.
Deluxe hits it around sub. Goff off the backboard. He reads that one well. Sub trying to get a pass out mid to Bubbly, but he's unable to do so. The defense from Portland coming out strong. Wovah from the sky. Sub again with the solid defense. He's been really good defensively, but they haven't had anything going on the other side as the offense for the Griffins continues to stagger.
Yeah, and these like quick rotations from Portland, just like a lot of cuts in midfield I'm noticing, and just like not necessarily cutting each other off, but like that third man can kind of stay, and I've seen like Wovah just kind of take off in front of Knitt and just get in front of the ball. It's working out for them really well, and lag trying to relieve any pressure with some of those demos in their own back.
Yeah, and that third man role has kind of gone away in Rocket League since the demo meta took over. You have to be able to make those quick turns, you have to be able to cut rotations, and you have to be able to read the play really well, and Portland is doing everything, checking all the right boxes in this one.
Oh, and it's a wide open net. Knitt just burying it again after a great 50 from Deluxe in the corner.
Deluxe with a great 50. He sees that sub is in an awkward spot. It was kind of a double commit from lag, and Knitt, right place at the right time, already in front of the Knitt. The ball drops down. He's got an easy shot. A 3-goal lead, 20 seconds to go, and it looks like Portland's going to take game number 1 here.
Yeah, Knitt with the open nets this game, I will say. So like going into like just this game in general, kind of like looking at what Portland's done well, what do you think it was that really stood out between them and I guess lag? Like what was the difference?
Yeah, I'd say the big thing is the confidence, and having already played that earlier matchup, as we see a 0-second goal from lag, it doesn't matter though. Portland takes game number 1. I think it's a lot of it is the confidence. They played that game before, they won 3-0. They had that 10-goal win where they won 10-0 in the first match. I mean, they have everything going for them. So the offense is clicking. You could see defensively it's a little shaky at times, but Los Angeles hasn't been able to create enough pressure to really challenge them so far. So I think what Los Angeles needs to do moving into the next game is get out of their own half. That's step number 1. They got to be able to move the ball to the other side of the field. And I don't know about you, but after seeing what Portland just did there in game number 1, I don't have a lot of hopes for lag turning the series around.
I mean, hey, I support that as a Portland fan, and luckily for everybody that's in the stream, we are getting our A squad caster in the booth. He luckily just joined us, coming back off of work. Luckily he's here. He's with us in the booth. Chaos just joined the match. Chaos, how you doing? You ready to cast the ramen series?
I am super excited to cast this ramen series. I haven't got the cast Knitt yet, and I mean, I looked at the score line earlier while I was working for the first game they played, and I mean, they just completely decimated Dallas. So I've got high standards here, and it looks like, you know, they're picking up right where they left off.
Absolutely, absolutely. Everyone, we just want to give Sully a big thanks for stepping in there for game number 1. Sully, thank you.
Yep, have a good one, everybody.
He's just keeping my chair warm here, you know. Sully's butt's nice and warm.
Absolutely. Well, Chaos, we just saw that game number 1. I don't know how much of it you were able to capture, but it was a throwdown from Portland, and they're looking to take control of the series here in number 2.
Yeah, I mean, I caught the tail end of that, but I heard a lot of things you were saying, and it kind of, you know, I kind of got a good look at what was going on near the end, and, you know, you said they were checking all the right boxes, and it really seemed that way, so we'll see if the Griffins do what, you know, ramen teams and skillful players of that caliber can do, you know, adjust and kind of pressure through game 1, you know, try and change it up and counteract what happened.
Absolutely. And here we go into game number 2. Portland taking on Los Angeles. Neutral zone kickoff going in favor of Portland. Knitt looking to take it right off into the air, getting that flip reset, holds his dodge until the very end, gets a really good touch there.
Yeah, huge touch there. You know, Knitt looking pretty comfortable. That's what you like to see when they're flying high and wide there. Fat Folly gonna try and get a fat touch, but he comes up just short of that one, and burying that one top left corner, and perhaps a squishy save gone wrong.
Yeah, I hate going for those squishy saves because you're always putting yourself in an awkward spot. However, in that instance, he did the right thing. He just wasn't able to get there in time. Great shot coming out there from Deluxe, and an early lead for Portland.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's something in the water, or perhaps Boston the Legend gave these guys a prep talk today, because, I mean, they are 4-0 tonight when you look at the stats, because they played their first game early on, doubleheader action here, so looking to make it 5-0 on the night, and, you know, they're doing everything right here. Deluxe just finding an empty net. What happened there, Boston?
Fat Folly hits it off the sidewall, and his entire team's forward, so I'm not sure what he was looking for on the pass there. And Bubbly forced to try and make some sort of action quick in their end, but Deluxe too quick for him, and it's 2-0 Portland.
Yeah, I mean, Bubbly's got the drone on top of his car. He's really got to, you know, better look at what's going on around there. You got the drone flying around, but not so much apparently. And it slots on top right. The Griffins hear me talking, and they shaved the deficit down by half.
You know, I mentioned in between games there that Portland's defense didn't look all that great in game number 1, but Los Angeles didn't put any pressure on them. There we see the first instance of pressure for LA, and it's a goal, upper 90, well slotted.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember, and I'm pretty sure Fat Folly came from Montreal last season, which Knitt, as I say that, I mean, Portland just not showing any signs of going down here. Deluxe burying another one. But what I was trying to say, Boston, was Fat Folly, I believe, was Knitt's teammate in Montreal. Knitt was a non-playing Ramen captain over there. So, I mean, I think these two, know each other a little bit, so that's kind of cool. A little fact.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a rivalry there as we see a 50-second hat trick coming out for Deluxe, who goes 3 for 3 early on.
Someone get this man a bucket of water. He's looking hot right now. Folly off the corner. Upfield. Knitt's faster than everyone. Going to get there for a quick 50 and get something going. But Bubbly trying to stop that where it stands. But here's Deluxe, the man who cannot get that one in front, though. Portland looking pretty quick here in the rotation. Smooth as butter as I say that. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's 2 chances for LA, and that's 2 goals. Wovah tries to cut it off there, and as soon as I saw it go by him, I noticed Knitt was way too far back. All Goff had to do was put it around him. Knitt has to do a better job of trying to anticipate that play, but his teammates also let him in a tough spot. 3-2, Portland.
Yeah, the Griffins doing a good job of keeping themselves in game 2 here. Tons of time left on the clock. I mean, 5 goals have been scored, but only just over a minute has passed in reality here in game 2. Wovah going to try and follow this one up here, but Goff's going to be on the wall to meet him first. Going to try and get a touchdown. He's got no boost to do so, at midfield, Folly will follow that one up, but we're just going to transition in that midfield pressure back and forth.
Back and forth we go is correct. Wovah off the sidewall looking for a pass mid. There's no one there. Knitt was kind of pushed up far there, and Deluxe didn't want to commit. Probably a smart decision by him. Pressure coming back the other way. Deluxe with a great save off the backboard, but Folly going to read that one now. And LA looking pretty tempting here up top.
Yeah, great opportunity there, hitting the post, and the rebound followed up by Bubbly, but a great save by Wovah, doing it all on the goal line here. Knitt's going to have to try and get there quick, but Bubbly being a little bit quicker. Wovah try to get over Goff, but a huge 50 turns into a dunk, and Folly up top trying to find Goff on the backboard. A huge play, a great save on the goal line by Deluxe.
My God, that was a lot of chaos there. That was pretty insane. They were playing ping pong on that, and a wide open net miss from Deluxe going the other way. What is happening here in game number 2?
Oh my, we're seeing it all. High octane plays and a little bit of wishy-washy plays, but yeah, that was just like so much on the offense. And Deluxe, I mean, somebody stop this man. 4 goals right now, 5 shots. He is just Portland in one unit.
That's a great pass from Wovah. Deluxe noticing that Bubbly's kind of falling off of the top bar there, and the guy in net had nothing to do but watch. 2-goal lead for Portland. This is a pretty crazy one so far, Chaos.
Yeah, there hasn't been a dull second yet, I'd say moment, but so much has happened in moments in this game. In 1 minute, we saw 5 goals, and here's another one. Wovah, some butter on the ball, and the defender just slipped between his fingers.
A former Portland legend, Horse, really good at those low shots, and Wovah taking a page out of that book. It's so easy to beat the defender when you go low because they're trying to anticipate where you're trying to slot it up high. A great shot there from Wovah. 5-2 going to the journey.
Bubbly going to try and control this one from midfield. Gets 1 touch, trying to go down for 2. Wovah will take that one away. Going to try and slow it down. Gets it by 1. Last man's Folly, and he actually loses the challenge, but he bought enough time to get his team rotated back, so Portland stopped in their tracks.
Off. Clearing it into the Portland end, but it's met well by Deluxe. He's trying to hit it off the corner wall. A pass for Wovah. Shot on, just misses that top 90. Knitt with the follow, and Bubbly with the fantastic save.
Yeah, I gotta like these rotations right now by Portland. They're just putting immense pressure on the net, and when you keep doing that, good things happen. As we say that, Deluxe once again. I mean, 5 goals here. What does this team have to do to shut them down, Boston?
Honestly, I have no answers, and I don't think LA is going to find him in this one. Deluxe is all over the ball in the offensive end. They sometimes say that the best defense is a good offense, and Portland proving it this time in this series.
I mean, Folly's in the Merc. That thing's huge. It's going to have an answer somewhere inside those double doors in the back, but maybe not. Maybe it's just candy. Who knows? But a 50-50 on the near post. This one going up top. Might drop down below. Going to need a double commit to get that one out of the way. 50-50 straight off the ceiling. Down. Knitt looking spicy on the backboard. Could not make it happen.
Fat Folly trying to get something going for LA. Over to Goff. It's a great shot, a great offensive passing play, and that's what I want to see more from out of LA. That's something that I haven't been doing so far. Fat Folly to Goff, bar down, bang.
Yeah, credit to Bubbly too. Got the smallest bump that slowed down Deluxe in the net that he just couldn't go right away. It wasn't. He just kind of got in the way. I think Deluxe bumped him in the end, but he just parked the car in front, trying to slow him down. Look at this one, Wovah trying to get it dunked down here, but Griffins 1 minute here. That's a lot of time to find 3 goals, but time is of the essence. Quick, 1v3 here, and yep, there it is.
Portland's defense is struggling, and LA are starting to find some answers. Goff tapping it over to Bubbly as Folly disrupts Wovah, and what can you do besides watch the ball in your net there, Wovah?
Oh, I could see the sweat pouring off his hood there. He knows he's going to have to beat the guy trying to bump him. And then the second guy, after passing, was going for the bump, too. So that is just a terrible situation to be in. And, I mean, if he comes up with a save there, I mean, we got to check his controller for some hacks because, I mean, that is just next level.
Absolutely. Probably calling him a Smurf after that one, even though this is the highest league in the game. Deluxe turning it the other way. Pass over to Knitt. Bubbly cuts it off really quick there. You could see the quick rotations coming out of LA as they're adapting the further the series goes on.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's maybe, like you just said, the Griffins adapting, or is Portland getting a little ambitious? Because that was a second 1v3 that almost happened like 10 seconds ago, and I thought it was going to result in another goal as they were trying to get the bump ahead play going on once again. So Portland going to have to be a little bit mindful of the rotation, but like you said, the Griffins definitely picking up speed and midfield transitions quite well right now.
Absolutely. Game number 2 going to go to Portland here, 6-4. Is that a goal for the road? So close. Wovah with another second would have been in. I think that the Griffins started to figure out Portland there as that game progressed. They're realizing that Portland's defense is not all that there in this series, at least from what we can see. If they can keep doing what they're doing, they might be able to steal a game. But if this comes down to a battle of who's got the better offense, I'm still going to take Portland in this one.
Yeah, Deluxe just absolutely popping off that game. Huge game for him. But I guess, Goff also had a hat trick and 5 shots as well. We didn't really talk too much about him. He was looking pretty solid out there. It's just Deluxe did so much that it overshadowed him that I didn't even notice how much of a good game he had. And I guess even Bubbly, he's got a pretty high score line too. 578 points, 3 saves, 5 shots. So they were doing some work near the end of the game, and like we said, perhaps figuring out the journey. So, Portland's got to be a little bit careful what happens here in Game 3.
Yeah, it's like an all-out performance from Deluxe, too, in order to win that one. I mean, you give up 4 goals, you're expecting to probably lose the game, but when you're scoring 6 and 5 of that coming out from your top guy, I mean, what can you do if you're the defense?
Yeah, that is why we paid him the big bucks to come over to the journey. He is the new BostonBrotha. He is the hard carry here. So game 3, let's see if the Journey have another set of brooms in these trunks as they picked up the sweep against Dallas earlier. So can they get a 6-0 on the night here? Is it possible?
But with shots like that early and often, I definitely think it is. This time, instead of Deluxe, it is Wovah. There was great pressure in the corner from Deluxe. Fat Folly with the not the best touch, and Goff just left watching and waving as the ball goes by.
Yeah, great shot by Wovah right there, getting an early lead 8 seconds into the game. Deluxe is going to lose this one back to Knitt. Going to have to be careful not to get dunked, and does a good job of it. Goff's going to slam that one off the ceiling. Maybe not what he wanted to do there, as that kind of messed up. I think he was going for a pass up field, so he, recorrected and went for a quick shot, but that just was not enough to work with here. Deluxe a little bit far back. This could be dangerous here. Knitt trying to cut off the spacing there, Boston. That could have been dangerous.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. It looked like Knitt was waiting for one of his teammates to come up. No one came, and then he tries to do a mind play in front of the net, and it all just ended in a bunch of nothing. So luckily nothing bad happening there, and Portland looking to come away with a counter afterwards.
Yeah, the Griffins trying to use tail whip there and lower the defenses, but it was not very effective. Knitt gonna drop that one down below. Goff popping that one up. Bubbly to follow it up, but Wovah's up first even before Bubbly went up making a great dunk. This one just floating around at midfield. Portland moving it up to Wovah. That would have been nice, but the Griffins make a good clear.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening on the Portland defensive side. It seems like maybe they had a talk after that second game and said, hey, we need to stop pushing up so much. And although it's working for them so far, we can already tell the offense not doing as much as they have been in the previous games.
Yeah, definitely something seems a little less out of sync here. I definitely got to agree there. That one over top of Wovah. Knitt's going to be last man here, scooping up boost, so he's got time, but he's got to be careful here as once again the Griffins going to send the first attacker in to bump the last defender. So Portland going to have to be a little bit careful of that one, and this one could be a good opportunity, but Wovah, no boost, and could not get there in time. And look at this one, Bubbly by 2, could not get by the last man.
That was a great attempt from Bubbly, holding on to his shot on net until the very last second, trying to draw in that goalie, and he almost did a really great job with it too. Good offense coming out from LA as they look to try and even this one out.
Yeah, this is not good right now, and yeah, there it is. I just saw it developing as we were talking that Portland was beginning to get trapped in their zone. They missed a couple boost spawns in the corner where Fat Folly picked them off, so they were getting boost starved and just absolutely trapped. So it was a matter of time until that happened, and sadly, the Journey have thrown their 1-0 lead, and now it is a tie game. What do they got to do to get back into this game, Boston? It feels like it might be slipping through their fingers.
They got to go back to game number 2. I mean, their offense was so good. You can live with the bad defense if you're getting the goals, and right now they're kind of reverting to some sort of like sit back and let's play good defense strategy, and that's just not what's going to be working for this roster. They need to go back and do what they were doing before.
That sounds like a planned journey. Turn in your radio to Boston FM. Deluxe quick shot. That one, oh, I thought Goff was in a pretty good spot, but I guess he was a little bit off because that one was just shot behind him, and they might have just caught a little bit of a gift there.
That was a great hit from Deluxe initially, and then Knitt reads it well. Deluxe's shot, not a lot of pace, but I guess just enough to get by Goff. And Portland will live with that one as they'll take the lead back here.
Yeah, not the fanciest ones or the nicest one, but, you know, it's a goal, and that's all that matters in the end of the day. We take those, and as I say that, I mean, Wovah, the solo play here.
Wovah does a great job of pre-flipping to get ahead of that ball, and then he has just enough boost to change the direction so that Folly can't exactly tell where it's going to end up. That is an awesome play from Wovah, and now a 2-goal cushion for the Journey.
Yeah, Portland just flexing both biceps right now. You know, pre-week 1, they were number 1 power ranked overall. And then last week, they had a bit of a misfortunate of events. I'm sure you knew, Boston, that one of their players didn't meet eligibility. So we had to get an NCS sub, and we split the week. So, I mean, even with an NCS sub, that's pretty good. But that bumped them down to about 4, I think, slot 4 there in power ranking. So now, you know, they're just trying to inch their way back up. But, you know, if I'm on the power ranking committee, you really got to look at, hey, this team still won with an NCS player in their lineup. Now, you got to take that into consideration here. So this team's still looking like the number 1 team overall.
Yeah, I can't speak for the other teams as I haven't been really following them as much as I have the Journey, but this roster has all the potential to take home this trophy this year. This combination of Wovah and Deluxe and whoever the third man pairing is, should do really well, and an own goal coming out there from LA. Oh my.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. Knitt getting a bump that makes them send it over to the other player right off his car and in. So, I mean, we'll call that one calculated there as the Journey now have a 3-goal lead here with 1 minute and 23 seconds left on the clock, and Deluxe showing no signs of letting off the gas pedal here.
You know, I'll give it to Knitt on that last goal. He actually does a lot to change the goalkeeper's perception of the ball, and he bumps him enough so that his touch is a little bit off. But the rotation from whoever that third man was to go right in front of the net is what led to the goal. So definitely could have been prevented there. Oh no, that one's all on you, Goff.
I was trying to figure out what he was doing there, and I was like, okay, it's probably not on. And then for some reason, he tries to send it over to the corner. And, you know, like, when it's all happening, it all happens a lot quicker. So you got to feel for him there. But that was a tough play for him to read, as from his perspective, he might have thought that was in and panicked a little bit. And unfortunately, that's going to cost him a goal. But this game is starting to become a little bit of a runaway now, where it was so close for about 3 minutes of the game.
Yeah, when it goes wrong, it all goes wrong. And Goff, instead of letting the ball just roll up his back wall there, he decides to try and rip it across, even though he had no pressure on him, and it results in an own goal. And the Journey are just punishing all over the place. 6-1, 30 seconds left. This one's a wrap.
Yeah, they're just stacking up their goal differential in case of tiebreakers right now, it would seem. And they're trying to punch their ticket to the hot spot of the hemisphere, Brazil. 33 seconds left on the clock here. 6-1 Portland. And like Boston just said, it looks like they did have 6 brooms in the car tonight. So I can see them poking out. The trunks are popping up here. And Portland looking strong in their second game of the night.
You know, I gotta say though, KS, I kind of agree with you. Whoever is on that power rankings committee, they have to take a look at these games. This Portland roster is so explosive in the offensive end, and they are super fun to watch. That combination of Deluxe and Wovah, and then whoever fits in behind that, whether it's Knitt or Ness, they are both solid quality third players to come in and fit well with this roster. Portland, definitely one of the teams to beat this year for sure.
Good touch here by Reaper down below. Goff, a very nice goal to cut the deficit down a little bit. Too late, though, but it was a very nice touch that he had to put that underneath the defender. And a big demo, actually, was a trade in the back lines there. So Knitt and the Griffins player gonna bite the dust as Knitt's gonna try and kill the clock here. Deluxe and then back. One more for the road, perhaps. It's gonna be a tough one to catch up to that one, and they cannot. So Portland picking up the second sweep of the night, and they are, like you said, looking quite strong as the contender to make the playoff push this year. It's been a while since we saw Portland look so strong.
Yeah, shots on shots on shots for the journey in this series, and my MVP is easily Deluxe. He was all over the place on the offensive side. He had that solid game number 2, did enough here in game number 3, and had a really strong opening as well. The whole journey roster could get the MVP, but for me, it's Deluxe.